Hi everyone, welcome to Captured by Cage. Thank you guys for subscribing and supporting me. You're watching episode 2, photography courses versus learning on the job. So now the reason why we're going to talk about this in episode 2 is because right now a lot of you guys don't have access to go out and buy a new camera, or you may not have the funds. So let's talk about how we can educate ourselves within photography. So first of all, I would like to say knowledge is power, period. Okay, so we're going to talk about photography courses, we're going to talk about university and short courses. Now when it comes to university, it is a huge commitment, it's huge, and it's a financial commitment and a financial burden, because for those who can't afford it, you guys will be in £30,000 debt. Now I know that sounds a bit mad, but I have to be realistic with you and just say those are the facts. Are you passionate enough about photography to want to study it for 3 to 4 years, to want to commit yourself, to want to spend that money? It's definitely something you should think about, and you shouldn't feel pressure from your your parents, your friends and society may pressure you into going to university, but ultimately it's your decision and your degree. Okay, so I've been doing some research, and Coventry University is actually ranked the 4th in the whole country for being really good in film production and photography courses. So they offer a 4-year course, and it's a sandwich course, and a sandwich course basically means you get 1 year to find a placement, and I love that. Sandwich years are so important because it gives you the opportunity to go out there and find somewhere to work at, so you can actually experience what being a photographer is like in the real world. So I think that's absolutely amazing. So that's 4 years. So year 1, you will study history and practices, documents and fictions, digital photo media, picturing the body, and professional development. That will be your modules in year 1. Year 2, your modules will be concepts and approaches, community culture and identity, photography and narrative, professional experience. Oh, okay, that's interesting, okay. And then you get your 3rd year, which is a placement year where you have to go off and find somewhere to work. And then your final year, the modules include independent research, independent practice, independent specialist, and professional futures. Now, I'm not really sure entirely what every single thing means. However, I will link you guys the website so you can actually do some research for yourself. When it comes to photography courses, there are so many out there, from online photography courses to in-person photography courses, and literally there are so many. Even if you keep on typing on Instagram #photography, then you'll get some advertisements like, oh, are you interested in photography? We're having a free photography course. Sign up now. And I did that, and it was a bump, and thank the Lord I read the terms and conditions, because I was able to get myself out of that real quick. But I want you guys to realize that some people will really bump you and take the mick out of you. So really, really read reviews, go on legit websites. I think courses are really handy because it gets to the point of what you want to do. Especially if you want to do a wedding photography course, it will be focused on that. Whereas if you go to university, it focuses on more things, it's more broad. However, broad can be fantastic, especially if you don't really know what kind of photographer you want to be. I attended a course at YouTube, it wasn't the best course, but it was really good, and it was basically about lighting and ISO and aperture and all these things that I had never heard of. Of them. I'm like, what the hell is ISO? What is aperture? What is this? What is the shutter speed? What is an f-stop? Yeah? But I learned that day. I got my pen and paper and I was writing it down, and I was with my friend, which was helpful because I was like, wait, what's that? And we brought our cameras to the course, and I was able to learn more, and it's fantastic. And with short courses, you also meet so many different people on other levels. Like some are intermediate, some are advanced, and some are beginners. So I think finding the right course for you is dependent on what you want to do, what genre of photography or type of photography you want to do, and what you want to get out of it. Like I said, knowledge is power. There's no right or wrong answer. Okay, girl. Okay, guy. Talk about learning on the job. Now, personally, I love learning on the job, and you have to have a certain type of mentality to learn on the job. You have to be a go-getter, you have to be street smart, have common sense, and you have to have confidence within yourself. You can be cocky, but having confidence is great. It's natural to feel anxious, especially if you're starting out, but you just have to say, okay, I'm anxious, but I'm still going to do it, because I feel like with university and courses, it's very structured, and it's great for discipline, and it's great because it helps you out and you learn so many different things. However, if you're on the job, you don't really have a routine. You kind of just go with the flow and learn as you go. You may have different mentors, you may meet different photographers of different skill sets, but the idea is to learn. You have so many resources if you have the internet, which I'm sure you do because you're watching it. But like I said, you can go to your friend's house. There's so many places with Wi-Fi. Go on YouTube. There's so many things you can learn about lighting, about studio setups. You can go to bookstores. My favourite bookstore is Waterstones. I won't tell you where because there are weird people on the internet. Waterstones, Barnes and Noble if you're not in England. Like, there's so many bookstores, there's so many libraries, and there are also people that are willing to help you. And if there are retired photographers, there are people that are looking for assistance. You can get a job in a photography studio as a receptionist, or just someone that's like bringing the tea, and you can learn on the job and ask questions. So I genuinely feel like learning on the job is for people that are not lazy, people that just want to do their own thing, want to start their own business. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with doing a course, and there's nothing wrong with going to university. But you have to decide, well, if you know who you are, then you kind of know which route you're going down. If you don't know who you are, you have to think about what helps you. What will help you? What's your mentality like? Do you need discipline? Are you the type of person to just go out there and get it? Ultimately, I have to be respectful, innit? When you're going to university, you are going out there and getting it. But it's just a different type of way, I should say. But I love learning on the job, and that's how I started. I genuinely picked up a camera and I said, I'm going to be a photographer. And I got my friends and I took pictures of them, and I was like, oh, god damn, I'm kind of good at this. And I enjoy doing this. And I'm willing to learn more, and I'm willing to take the time to build my own business. And I want to be like a huge person in 5 years. I want to have a successful running business, and I want my name to ring bells in Belgium and Zurich and America. I want to be a star. Life is too short for pressure. Do your own thing, blood. Don't watch them, don't watch her. Who cares? Okay? Thank you so much. Please subscribe, share, and comment. Mwah!